Well, this is my opening shot to the film, and it's my Audi Q7 driving along the road, and I hung the camera outside of the car. Now this is very generic of a crime drama film, and sort of setting the scene like mafia bosses going to a meet, something like that. And it was just important to put in my film to give it a sense that these guys, they're up-class guys with quite a bit of money, and they're just driving to a meet, so we thought we'd put that in. This shot shows the location I filmed in. I went for somewhere quite quiet and deserted, so I picked a deserted car park. I did this because I'm trying to give the impression that these guys, they're going to be doing something illegal, and so out of the way, no cops, no witnesses, which is very typical of a drug deal. This also shows where I use rule of thirds, because as you see, the main focus of this clip is to the left-hand side. Now this is just because in filmmaking, something that's set off-centered is more interesting to the eye, more focusing, rather than something that's straight in the middle.
It was my first deal out with the boys, and my heart was pumping. The lads always joke about how a deal can turn.
The costumes I chose for my film were black suits, mainly because I wanted them to look almost business-like these guys mean business. It's to respect that they're quite high in power, and this is very typical of a crime drama sort of film. I was almost going for a modern-day Godfather, if you will.
In sound seconds, but the truth is, it just takes one cocky bastard who thinks he can do us over, and that's it. The game's up. It becomes a fight for life, a fight for death, and ultimately a fight for our respect. The drive to the meet point is always a long one, with the crew confident, however, approaching.
In my film, I used a voiceover instead of using proper sound from my film, because this way I can concentrate on the actual action of the film rather than what's being said by the characters during the film. This is very generic of a crime drama film, as there tends to be monologues of what the main characters are thinking and feeling, and how he's the main narrator of this film.
The meet, I noticed as the lads begin to load their guns that they would never ever release their fingers from that safety switch. One false move and we could all end up dead with the money gone. But these boys are like family to me. They're me brothers, and if anything goes down, I will maintain their respect. I will protect them. I will kill for them. Man.
Yeah, in this scene I swore, which isn't good for school, but it's generic of this genre of film. So I thought I'd put it in, and then I can relate it to a film of this genre, because they would actually swear in this genre. If this was to go out and be released, it would be released as an 18, so I thought I'd put it in. But as it's a school project, I had to mute the swearing, so it's acceptable for schooling. But yeah, it's in there because, well, to be honest, it would be in there if it was a real film. So I thought I'd keep it in.
I'll even fucking die for them.
In this frame, I tried to get quite a claustrophobic look, which contrasts to the scene because they're in quite an open place. But I wanted to make it feel really claustrophobic just before all the action happens, like to try and imitate how they're feeling, because in a drug deal anything can go wrong, and I was trying to get the impression that they could be quite scared and their emotions will be running high, as it's all tense because they don't know what's going to happen and if it's going to go good or bad. This is seen a lot in many crime drama films these days. It's just a way of trying to show these characters' emotions without actually having them to tell the camera, if you will. The special effects I use in this shot are typical of that of a crime drama film. This is because I've layered effects on top of each other to create this quite nice looking effect. This, just in the start of crime drama movies, builds up the action and almost tells the audience that there's a lot of action to come and a lot of violence, especially with the blood that we had to make using colour correction, very red, almost realistic of proper blood.
Money gone.
The title of my film is Dealing with Dealers. I think this is very appropriate for the genre of my film, as it's meant to be a crime drama, basically implying that there's some drug dealers and deals, and that this guy is going to try and get revenge on the drug dealers, hence the name Dealing with Dealers. What's also interesting about my title is I did it on motion on the Apple Macs. I made it to look very smart and very professional looking. This is like industry standard program, and so I can come up with some very professional looking products at the end of it. And personally, I think my title sequence, the title, is very professional looking and adds to my film as it makes it look more professional as a proper crime drama.
Who dead lying in a pool of their own blood. Now it's time to get them their respect. Get our money back and put a bullet in the head of that has done this to us. This is not about revenge. It's about honour and respect. It's time to deal with the dealers once and for all.